Is that how an umpire is supposed to look? You know, the hat thing is not a big thing because I wear the hockey style mask as well. But his shirt is untucked. His pants look ruffled because his shin guards are on the outside instead of on the inside. That does not exude confidence in the umpire because he looks like that. What's wrong with that one? Now these are actual game photos. You know, that doesn't give me a whole lot of confidence that this guy is going to be able to move. What's wrong with that picture? You will never, ever, 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 ever wear shorts as an umpire. Khaki pants, heather gray pants, and your shirt. I don't care if it's 110 degrees outside. I've done games in the weather where I've walked off the field, taken off my uniform, dropped it on the ground, and hear it splash. Because I've sweated through my chest protector. And I mean, literally, everything I have on me is soaked like I just jumped in a pool. But you look the game, you work the game, you leave. And that we'll get back to it as the safety is, always hydrate. Same thing. This is either a high school or junior college game. Because the guys are just a little bit bigger than little leaguers. Is that a little bit too close? I mean, this is an actual this is an actual picture of a game, because here's 2012. This is an actual umpire with Buster Posey. That's a little too close. And also, it looks just a little bit shaky to me. They're a little bit more than good friends, I think. But like I said, you want to be so close that you're impeding the catcher. You're going to give him a little bit of room. Another one. Shin guards, stuff's on the outside. It's all should be underneath where you have that crisp, clean appearance. This is a picture of the first umpire at a different game. This was last year. I happened to be doing a Big Brothers Big Sisters fishing derby, helping out, and there was a ball game going on in the field. And of course, being an umpire geek, we go over to see who's umpiring. And I had to take the pictures because you really can't tell. But these are gray sweatpants. He does not have shin guards underneath. And these are brown dress loafers. Still, not doesn't exude confidence in me. And here's another shot I got of him. But, and I mean, and this guy, yeah, he's not a bad guy. He's a decent umpire sometimes. I'm not going to speak bad, but I mean, he's been around a long time. He's got what I call cement shoes. He will sit or stand behind the plate. Yeah, you're out. You got to move. You guys are young enough to be moving. You got to move. Like I said, he's been doing it so long. It's probably getting close to where he's getting tired and fed up of doing it again. Because I remember this guy when my brother used to umpire, or my brother used to play high school ball, and that was back in the early 80s. So he's still umpiring. So like I said, I've talked to him before. He's starting to get to that point where I think he's about almost ready to retire. Same thing. He looks like a big goof. Gears on the outside. It doesn't exude confidence. Pre-game ritual or routine. 30 minutes prior to the game, you're going to meet with Mr. Ryan or whoever you're designated to meet with. Make sure you know who your partner is. You're going to discuss who's got, or do you want to assign locations? So you should know, I'm doing the plate, I'm doing the bases. If you're doing the plate, you got to make sure that your gear is clean and is in good working order. Nothing worse than going out there with some broken equipment. Tell somebody quickly, because I don't want you guys going out there with out to the game with this. You're going to inspect the field and the equipment for safety. What are you checking on the field for? Potholes. Broken bottles. There's one thing that I hate on a ball field.
Trash.
Oh, trash. Are your fields locked to where no one can get onto them? Or can someone get onto them?
It's a low fence.
Huh?
It's a low fence.
What do you have? What do you see a lot of times in an enclosed area? Someone goes out there with a cell phone, and his dog is running all over the field, doing his business. Come on, let's go. Get back in the car, and they drive away. You gotta look for piles, or as I call them, landmines. There's nothing worse than running through a pile of crap. So you want to check it. If there's something wrong with the field, go tell one of the board members. They'll correct it.
That's why we have a strict policy that no dogs.
Right, but like I said, just because it says no dogs doesn't mean someone's gonna come out there after you guys have left, or first thing early in the morning, they gotta go to work, I'm gonna take the dog for a walk, and they go do their business in the field, because then he doesn't have to watch them. You can just let him run in the enclosed fence, and he sits there and does like this, like you guys all do. And then he leaves. So, you're also looking for any yard debris. If you have bad storm and branches or whatnot have blown, you gotta make sure that's all taken care of. You're also looking for holes in the fence. That way, if the ball should go out there, you already knew there's a hole in the fence, and both coaches know, because you're gonna talk to them at the pregame. What are you checking on for bats and helmets? Hello?
A Little League approved thing?
Huh?
Little League approved thing?
Little League approved stamp. What else? What else on a bat? There's 2 other items. Does anybody know what a BPF is? Bat force ratio. You're looking for that 1.15. It's how much force the ball is going to come off that bat with. I don't know. I don't understand math. I stopped after 10th grade math, and I didn't go up the trig or anything like that. So, but you want to check, make sure that the bat is stamped that. It says BPF 1.5, Little League approved. And then you're going to take your hand from the bottom of the grip and run it up the bat. You check it for dents, defects. You have some kids that take their bats home and play rock ball with them. They'll pick up a rock and they'll start digging it. Those bats are illegal to use. They're unsafe because you've now compromised the bat itself. So if they're in there, take them out, tell them, put them away in the bag. I don't want to see them again today, period. Any gripes, complaints? See a board member. Send them over there. Let them deal with it. You're going to meet at the plate 5 to 10 minutes, usually about 5 minutes before the game. You're going to go over the ground rules. You're not going to exchange lineup cards unless we're into sectionals and all-stars. That's when you want to make sure you have that. Discuss in-game conduct. This is where you're going to get all your little rules to the coaches spelled out to them. My pre-game starts probably about 1 to 2 minutes in length. By the end of the season, it's a good 5+ minutes because things have happened during the season, or I've had things come to me from my other umpires that I want to make sure that the coaches know. You're going to go over procedures on how to discuss calls made, and with the exception of judgment calls. What are judgment calls?
Ball strike.
Ball strike, fair foul, out safe, obstruction, interference. Those are all judgment calls that you as the umpire make. They can't appeal them. You're going to discuss mandatory play, 10-run rule, and anything else special with the field. We've got one field in just straight up in Syracuse that a tree hangs over on the third base side. If it's going that way and it hits the tree and it stays fair, it's a two-base award. You discuss that at the ground rules. Both coaches understand it and accept it. So come game time, when you do that, there's no arguing, complaining about it. Also, you're going to discuss timeouts. Who can call timeout on a field?
Umpire.
Umpire and umpire alone. Everybody else can ask or request timeout, but until you grant timeout, timeout is not in. It is not accepted. How many times have you seen someone slide in a second, jump up, go time, and he walks right off the field or walks off the base, and a smart infielder comes up and tags him, and the guy gets banged out. Well, I called time. Yes, you called time, but time is not granted to you. Because as an umpire, when you hear someone yelling time, your first inkling is to say, okay, I'll give you time. But no, you're going to stop. You're going to look around the field, make sure that no one else is moving. Everybody is stopped. Then you grant time. Because you can be calling, this guy could be calling time. You give him time. There's a guy halfway between home and third base. Now you just screwed him up because what are you gonna do? You're gonna push him back to third, and that coach is gonna come unglued. So look at the field